All right. About 1.5 years ago, we went to Spain to fish for gigantic pike. As if it's not enough that we catch in Holland, but still, it was around the close season, so we decided to go to Extremadura, to Playa del Orella. I'll put it in the description anyway. To go for 3 days fishing in a gigantic lake. So we checked around. We wanted to book a trip with a guide, but we were 3 of us. And then they're saying, well, you need to book 2 boats. Well, we didn't want to be in separate boats. We wanted to be on the same boat. And price of 2 boats was a bit exceeding our budget. So what we did is we ended up booking a boat, thinking that, well, we catch enough in Holland, we should be able to catch over there as well. Somewhat we were right. I'll get into that later. So I realized I made lots of pictures and not many videos. And this is why I haven't posted it in 1.5 years. But I would like to do this informational as possible for the other guys who want to go there. From A to Z, a guide of what to do and what not to do and what to expect. So here it goes. Okay, here it goes. The first day. We flew from Amsterdam, very rainy, bad day. The weather report in Spain was perfect, so we were looking up to it. Our friend picked us up from Madrid airport. It was about a 4-hour drive to Extremadura, to our accommodation. Like I said, I made many pictures, but not many explaining in the videos. There are some about the first day, about our surprise when we arrived there and found out that the weather wasn't looking so great as it was promised. So in the following scenes, you will see the first day when we are walking around and our accommodation, how the weather was, and also our second day, because we had to cancel the boat. It was really storming. So in the pictures and videos, you will see what I mean. It was not a great weather to go out for fishing, and our boat, not being a big ass bass boat, you know, like the Americans use in the bass tournaments, we didn't dare to go. We canceled the boat for the first day, and we went on the shore to fish from the bank. But even though we made so many kilometers, we went through a lot of places we shouldn't be going through. We couldn't catch anything on the shore. My suggestion, if the weather is so bad, either just wait for a window that you can go, or hire a rental car and you can just hop on places, because the place where we were, and if you're going to Extremadura, you will end up going on your boat over there, is full on huge rocks, very sharp, very difficult to walk. And on top of that, there are a lot of areas which are closed, so you're actually trespassing. But anyway, here it goes. Was the first day, and we'll come to the second later on. They said go to Spain fishing. It was like summer weather. nice in the summer. Welcome to summer weather in Spain. Like that. They said go to Spain for fishing, part 2. Rains like fuck and super windy, so this is how we go fishing on the side. Well, you can only try. When you cannot sail, then you go on the land to look for some pike. Or maybe zander. We'll see. As long as we catch something, we'll be happy, I guess. There's the dam. I'll try to fish along the side as much as the wind allows. And yeah, maybe get to the dam. See if we can catch something over there. Great. You know, you don't catch anything if you're sitting at home. You gotta try something. Catch a fish. Today, I'm actually going to be on the boat. And that's our accommodation. It's like Second World War bunkers. Well, as you can see, there's no catch in the first day, and the second day we were quite lucky, so we went out. What we wanted to do on the first day, mapping the area, happened in the second day. What happens is that if you hire a boat with a nice motor, which you would be using in Holland very easily, but all the guides are passing by you, even though they departed half an hour later, that feels sad. As if you are doing something wrong, because we departed very early as possible. We had a really great guy who was hiring us the boat, telling us good place to go fish. But anyway, we made our trip, nice weather, and we arrived there. We checked all different depths, trying to locate fish. And that takes a lot of time without a guide, because it's a total new area, you know nothing. You look for vegetation, depths, different structures. It's very difficult. So if you are going and if you are going to go do a trip without a guide, I suggest book more than 3 days. That was something we should be, yeah, maybe doing. But I mean, at the end, if the weather is great, we could have done it in the first day. But nevertheless, my mate managed to catch a bike, and that made our day. At least we caught something, and then we went back. And in between, you must have seen our accommodation. It was perfect. And yeah, let me tell you one thing: you go from 8 to 8, it's 12 hours long on a boat. You will be very tired. You need good accommodation, at least a good bed to sleep in, and some food. Once again, get a car. The places are very distant from each other. You can't just go from one side to the other. If you just get an airport transfer to the place, you do want to go do some shopping.
weinig bewegen.
I was angry before, but I circled the drain in my mind. I can't find, don't let the sun go down. Don't let the sun go down.
Okay, and here we come to the last day. Lots of sun, great weather, and here and there, mostly in the morning cloudy, but we did catch some zander. We went there for humongous pike, but we ended up catching a lot of zander. You'll see the pictures of the zanders, and we also caught one big ass pike. It was just 3 centimeters shy of a meter, but very fat, very aggressive. When we were hunting for zander, my mate was done with it. He's crazy about the big bait, so he threw something, I don't know, 25, 30 centimeters, big shad, and he got this big mama. And yeah, and at the end we ended up catching a lot of zander. So take some shads with you. You can't do trolling if you are into that. We do that a lot in Holland, but there is not much of option to do that because it's very deep and a huge lake. But take some sinking bait with you and crankbaits. You don't have to take much spinners. Shads, definitely, like 13 centimeter shads with some weight on it and a big ass hook, maybe a stinger, because the zander are quite small. I mean, we caught a lot of zanders between 55 and 65, and I know saying they're small will make a lot of people mad, but I live in a small village in Holland, and the smallest zander I ever caught was 55 here, and we are used to 70s and 80s. I know street fishing in Amsterdam says different, but when you come to the countryside, they got bigger. So the zanders are with numbers over there, and you actually catch a lot of zander. Surprisingly, the guy who hired us, who rented us the boat, said that you can actually use zander. I mean, they're not doing it, but use zander even as bait for pike because it's overfished over there, and all the small fish are gone. There are lots of birds preying on them, and the pike started to eat the zanders, so they're not growing much anymore. So we caught, I guess, like 8 or 9 zanders, and they were all about 55, 65, and the pike was 97, and the pike from the first day was, I guess, something just shorter than 80. We missed a lot, and we thought that we could catch some black bass. That was a shame, we couldn't. But anyway, we had a great trip, we caught a lot of fish, and if you go now, I know exactly where to go. Go look for the quiet, tiny little bays. You will see all the guides are ending up over there as well. Don't do anything in the mainstream, like in the deepest areas. Go to those tiny little bays. And I mean, if it even looks total dull, full with vegetation that you can't even throw between it, just go. All the zanders are over there. Maybe black bass, I don't know. And you will see a lot of structure on the mainland. I don't know what they were actually, but they're some sort of production companies' buildings. When you see those, go there. It's full of zander and pike. And to be completely honest, when one catches, all the guys are calling each other, I guess, because they're immediately there. Everybody's fishing in the same spot. And follow some guys from Extremadura. They are posting a lot of pictures of their catches. You will recognize all the backgrounds, so you can also look for those places. And if you want to mix up shore and boat fishing, again, get a car, because you can hop a lot of places. There are really nice places far ahead, further in further the lake. Great for black bass fishing. We couldn't get there because our speed wasn't letting us. But yeah, you can hop on easily with a car. I wouldn't suggest a bike. because the distance is quite long. You will be a lot of you'll be on on the bike a lot of hours except than fishing, but the car would solve it. Or yeah, if you want to catch, I don't know, 20, 50 zenders, get a guide. But yeah, it was fun. I think we managed to catch what we came for, except the monstrous pikes. We catch them here for free. But yeah, if you have any questions, please hit me up on YouTube or Instagram. I'll try to explain as much as I can. I can even share with you the accommodation that we booked. It looked like a bunker from Second World War. You must have seen it already. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was warm, at least in the cold days. And yeah, overall, I can say I can give a 9 to the trip. 1 point shy because I couldn't manage to catch a big pike. But for the rest, it was so much fun. Yeah, I would suggest do it. Do it longer than 3 days fishing. Plan it like for 5-6 days fishing. Then you have all the time. Then you can know the area. And yeah, it's a lot of fun fishing in Spain. I think the next trip should be Sweden. But yeah, Spain didn't fail on us. And I would like to do that again sometime. Inch. Sorry.
90. Mooi. Wie wil een foto maken? Draai om.
Yes.
Nine. Yeah. Thanks, dude. Ik was bang, jongen. Ik denk, hij gaat weg. Ik denk, kak.
Hey, Michel, hoe voel je je?
Top, Pijkmeister.
Well, this is summing up fishing in Orellana, Extremadura. Look at the weather forecast very well. We did, but it turned out to be very unpredictable, let's say. And the first day we arrived, it was okay. When we wanted to go with the boat, it was storming. And it was a really rocky start, figuratively and literally, because we went all over those rocks until the dam. And now we didn't catch anything, but it was more like a scouting mission, because, you know, this is a new place, you don't know anything about it, you need to find your way. We found some fishermen on the shore. So yeah, the second day it was really sunny and it made it up for everything. And yeah, if you are cruising around here without a guide, you need to find your way. It was more like a scouting mission as well, on the water this time. But we found our way, we caught a pike, we missed some, and at last, the third day, we went total loose. And it was, we used the smaller sheds, soft silicone baits, and we took some sander out of the water and a bigger pike. So after all, it was a nice road trip and fun with friends, and we caught some fish, so I think I can call it successful. And now, while we are leaving, it looks so peaceful.